she has the style of Stephen Curry, where she throws a lot of pointers. She's going to be big in the league. And you know what's so good about it? The issue here, I mean, when I see something like that, you see, they see it differently. And I don't see it through the color of her skin. I think she has she's beautiful, she's tall, she's talented, and her talent is going to help all the other players. You understand? So a lot of people are going to benefit. The whole league is going to benefit. Because during the playoff, the college playoff, I think like 8, 10 million, 14 million people are watching women's sports. That's unheard of. The WNBA has been struggling for years. Even women don't support the WNBA. And actually, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't even watch the women's sports. Not because I don't like women or something. It just doesn't interest me. I just because I like to watch good basketball, and you see those women with the fucking tattoos and all that shit. They look like prisoners. I'm gonna be honest with you. But Caitlin, she's good. Caitlin Clark, she's good. She's only been there like 4 games. She's already scoring 17 points a game. She have 4.3 rebounds, 5.7 assistants. She has a 41% shooting from the paint, and she has a 34% shooting from the 3-pointer. That's how she makes her money. That's what made her famous in college. She's beautiful, man. I mean, good for her. What do you think about me endorsing Donald Trump? You there? I'm endorsing Donald Trump, man. I just want to fuck up the whole country because I'm tired of the Democrats. The reason I'm going to pick Donald Trump is because they keep on scaring us. Oh, democracy is on the line. Democracy is on the line. If Donald Trump becomes president, we won't have a country no more. No, we're going to have a country, trust me. We have a lot of institutions. You understand? We have a fucking military. Anyway, if Donald Trump acts stupid, doesn't want to leave, they're going to pick him by the head and throw him right out to the fucking grass. And the whole idea is Biden is a fucking zombie. He's walking around. He's not even thinking anymore and things of that nature. What do you think about late night? He's still there? Late night. Okay, let's go to my final segment. As you know,
in 2014 with
as you know, the alphabet channels like MSNBC and CNN and Fox News are beholden to Zionist money, to Israel. I mean, they are pro-Jewish and pro-Zionist. And when people say, why are you going to say that? I'm not saying old Jews. I'm talking about active Jews who are activists. Like, for example, if I watch MSNBC, I'm going to watch the ADL talk a lot of shit. You understand? And I'm going to watch other people talk a lot. So even Netanyahu, where he goes onto these channels. So Muhyiddin here, he's an Egyptian. Listen. I can't. Yeah, Biden is out of it. Yo, late. Biden is fucking. I mean, he doesn't know where he's at. Even Donald Trump, sometimes he makes a lot of mistakes, but Donald Trump's still a little bit alert. But Biden, I'm dead serious. He's just mumbling shit. You ever see the movie Hannibal Lecter? Remember that old man who's old? He ate his face and he tried to kill him. And he's old. You ever see that movie? He looks like that guy. I'm not trying to be ageism, but this is the truth. I mean, a country of 330 million people we can't find. Anyway, let's go back. This is Muhyiddin. He's an Egyptian Arab American. He works for MSNBC. He's a good reporter, but I think he had enough of his channel fucking around. And what he did was he spoke the truth. Because remember, they fired the other guy. What was his name? Mahdi. There's a delay, but yep, Trump is the only choice. Oh, there's a delay. I'm sorry, man. Where are you on? Oh, you're on Rumble. I don't know why the delay is, man, because I have a good computer. Anyway, listen to this guy. He's had enough. He's going to talk a little different than MSNBC's been talking.
Israat University, Gaza's youngest university, was established in 2014 with a simple goal: ensuring poverty would not stand in the way of any Palestinian that wanted to pursue a college degree. Israat was known for its towering main building and archway entrance, constructed as a love letter to Islamic architecture. The university was actually set to mark its 10th anniversary this year, and to celebrate that milestone, the school planned to open a public museum on campus, housing more than 3,000 artifacts, including relics from the Roman Empire to more modern pieces of Palestinian history and culture. However, Israat University and all of the history it housed within its walls has now been destroyed. On January 17th, the Israeli Defense Forces demolished the university's main building, reducing it to rubble in a matter of seconds. The Israeli military initially tried to justify this action, claiming that the campus had been, quote, used by Hamas for military activity, and that there were concerns the group might use it to attack Israeli forces. But
all
later,
lies.
The Israeli military admitted there had been flaws in the operational process, including in the decision to destroy the entire building. However, Israat University was not alone in Gaza. According to an NBC News analysis, at least 5 of Gaza's 7 major universities have been destroyed or damaged since Israel began.
Late night run. I want you just to see how fucking evil the Israeli military is. These motherfuckers are evil, man. They're dangerous to America's security, believe me.
And its bombardment of the Gaza Strip. And as Professor Rashid Khalidi, a historian at Columbia University, noted, quote, when you destroy these kinds of institutions, you are not fighting Hamas. You are fighting the existence of the Palestinians. You are fighting their capability to have memory, to have records, and to be educated. UN experts are now sounding the alarm, expressing concern that these attacks on universities in Gaza are part of a much larger effort to comprehensively destroy the Palestinian education system, an action known as scholasticide. For almost 7 months, the war has halted the studies of at least 88,000 students, according to the Palestinian Authority's Ministry of Higher Education. But if you've turned on television here in America, it is apparently American universities that are under attack.
Yes.
As pro-Palestinian anti-war protests continue to spread to college campuses across the country, coverage of these demonstrations has dominated mainstream media. Here's just a really small glimpse at how these protesters have been described. Watch.
I'm reminded of January the 6th. That's what this looks like to me.
That motherfucker, that bald-headed scumbag, he's the most dangerous guy in America. His name is Jonathan Batfuck, whatever his name is. There he is. He is the leader.
How these protesters have been described. Watch.
I'm reminded.
This guy, he's the head of the ADL. You know, the ADL, the American, the killing over the need to stop. Yeah. This guy is the head of the ADL. This is the organization that's been punishing free speech. If you speak against Israel or if you say something, they take away your privilege to make money, like PayPal, or they take away your channel, your YouTube channels. That's why a lot of people on Rumble. This guy is a fucking economic terrorist. What he does is, if one of these rich, famous people have a slip of the tongue, he will take money from them to shut up. He will blackmail them. You want to make things right? Give $5 million, donate $5 million. He took $1.5 billion from Kanye, remember? This is fucking scumbag, man.
Of January the 6th. That's what this looks like to me.
No, it's not January 6th.
Look like January 6th, but it's 1,000 times worse.
Charlottesville was a little peanut, and the hate wasn't the kind of hate that you have here.
Harkening back to the 1930s in Europe, and I do not say that lightly.
All right, if the 1930s was like now, then there was nothing wrong. Stop lying about the Germans. If Dana Bash is saying that the United States University looks like 1930s, I mean, everything was okay. You can't have both. Can't have both.
For Hamas kids.
This is not what students bring to school.
Hamas is here.
Even the notion of an encampment is a physical threat.
We have a terrorist group marching in New York right now.
They're dumb and or unattractive. Take it to the bank.
They have been brainwashed by TikTok to believe that Israel's actually committing a genocide.
What's happening on college campuses is rooted in anti-Semitism.
They are embracing the rhetoric and the ideology of Hamas.
Did that negotiating with terrorists work for them?
We are going to have fascism as a result of these protests.
We are going to have fascism as a result of these protests. It's absolute hysteria from the media. Outrage over protesters setting up tents, occupying buildings, or breaking windows, as Gaza's entire education system lies in ruins. U.S. media have become obsessed with this manufactured idea of violence sweeping across American campuses, all while failing to cover the very real violence that has decimated an entire generation's access to education. But the media isn't doing this alone. Here in New York City, Mayor Eric Adams has given them an assist, making himself, as the nation's Jeet here describes, the public face of the nationwide campus crackdown on pro-Palestinian activism. At a press conference this week, Adams attempted to rationalize the NYPD's crackdown on Columbia University, claiming he's preventing young people from being, quote, radicalized by professionals. New York City Police Deputy Commissioner Tariq Shepard has gone in on the baseless fear-mongering as well, touting bike chains. Yeah, bike chains, literally bike chains sold at a discount by Columbia University as some kind of sinister weapon that has been brought in by outsiders. If you want to talk about sinister weapons inflicting mass destruction on a campus, what about the 300-plus mines that the Israeli military used to blow up Israat University back in January? It's as simple as this. You cannot claim to be worried about violence at universities, about disruptions to students' education, about safety on college campuses, and ignore what is taking place in Gaza. And you cannot be more concerned about the act of students protesting than you are with the very issues that they're protesting against, and what the UN Special Rapporteur on Human Rights has described as a genocide.